Today, I would like to talk to you about how to become an attractive person. How do you become an attractive person in the marketplace, in ministry, in any social setting that you'll ever find yourself? I don't know about you, but I don't know if you remember the first time you celebrated your birthday. For me, I was 21 years old when I first received a birthday card. But before that, it was a very interesting story that I'd like to share with you. I remember one time in high school, I remembered my birthday was coming up in about a month. And I told myself I had like 20 shillings. And I told myself, I'm going to buy there's some things we are buying in school, they're like bread. And I said, I'm going to buy like 6 of those and just, enjoy my birthday. But what was interesting, I forgot about my birthday. It came and it passed. And then about a month later on, I'm like, oh my God, my birthday is behind me now. Anyway, it's quite interesting how sometimes some places in the world we don't celebrate, key events like birthdays. But I remember when I was 21, I received a birthday card from my boss, the owner of the store that I used to work in. It was a convenience store. And what really struck me was the words and the picture of the card. There was a giraffe and the giraffe was standing among the trees, and there was the tall neck of the giraffe. And the words written on the card was, "You are outstanding." And I was taken aback because this person never knew me outside work. I'd been working with him for about 7 months, and I was wondering, why did this person do this to me? What was it about me? I remember I was young, 21 years old. And after a while, I discovered why. So when I started working there, the store actually was and still is in a very rough neighborhood. And the store was disorganized. People were shoplifting a lot. And of course, people were afraid, and sometimes they would close early the store. When I came in, I cleaned up the place. Let me go back. My responsibility was to stock the shelves. So once we received a shipment, I just put on the stock. And that was basically what I was given, the work responsibility. But I cleaned up the place. I moved the merchandise that was selling, and I moved to a place where they were accessible. So basically, I rearranged the whole store. And then something else I did, I developed a relationship with the people who were living in the neighborhood. I started knowing their names, I started knowing their families, some of them I knew where they were working, and we started becoming like family. And then last but not least, I recommended that we should start selling hot chocolate, because there was a bus stop outside there, and during winter it was really cold and people were just standing there. So we started selling hot chocolate in winter, and then in summertime we started selling something called Snowball. That's a kind of a sugary, icy drink. And then with no time, we started realizing that the shoplifting had gone down, sales were up, people would come in the store and they would buy coffee and hot chocolate, and they would also buy other merchandise. So basically, there was a lot of sales going on. And from that, I learned that I went above and beyond what I was described to do in that store. I went the extra mile of rearranging, of proposing new ideas. The store was not mine. I could have sat there and just accept the check that I was receiving. I established a relationship with people, and I proposed products or new products. And I thought that is why my boss or the owner of the store really found me to be outstanding. And I found these many stories occurring many times where the places that I've worked. And what I believe that is, when you become a person who is going the extra mile, you'll become a person who is resourceful. And becoming resourceful is the key to becoming an attractive person in the marketplace. And today I'd like to share with you how you can do it, how you can achieve it. So before we go there, let us define what is resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is the ability to identify a need, being courageous to go and find solution, and having the intelligence or the capacity to recruit others to help you achieve that solution. So it's very important. If we're going to become resourceful, then we have to connect resourcefulness to serving. In the marketplace, in ministry, in the society. If you're going to become that attractive person, you have to connect resourcefulness to the services that you're providing. Becoming an attractive person is directly connected to you serving others. There's resourcefulness, there is serving, and then there is the value that you bring, becoming that person who is attractive. Resourcefulness, serving, and becoming a person who is attractive. I think when we think about becoming attractive, it's not something that you just come naturally. It's something that you have to work on. There's a cost, and this cost is called serving others. And I love what Martin Luther once said: everyone can become great because everyone can serve others. So you can pay the cost of becoming an attractive person. And what I believe is that the long-lasting success we can achieve in life is because of serving others and not at the expense of others. So let's dig in and see what are the two major things that we require to become people who are attractive, to become people who are resourceful. And I believe the first thing is to possess three important mindsets. The first mindset is called an abundance mindset. Finding solution and meeting people's need will require you to have this ability to see beyond the resources that you have. You have to see that there is more to give. There is more solutions. There's more than meets the eye. Okay? So if you possess the abundance mindset, this is the ability to see more than what you're seeing with your natural eyes. They believing that there's more resources out there. You will find that you will become a person who believes, first of all, that solutions are more than problems. Because you see, in life, we go through thinking there's so many problems. Of course, there are many problems. But equally, there is also more solutions. You will start believing in endless possibilities. When people think that we have come to the end, you'll be the person on the table will be thinking, there's more possibilities. You will find that your imagination will be expanded and will not be limited based on the current condition or what you're facing. And also, an abundant mindset will allow you to become that person who is, again, going back to that keyword, resourceful, because you'll be the person who is always creating possibility, pointing people to the right direction, and giving people hope. So I wrote down here, abundant mindset is both an igniter and the fuel of resourcefulness. So you cannot ignite that spirit of resourcefulness in you if you're not having the abundance mindset. And you cannot persist when you don't have abundance mindset. So the opposite of abundance mindset is the scarcity mindset. And this is what I think most people have. And I'm encouraging you to have the abundant mindset. But let's also look at what does the opposite is. What is the opposite? Scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset generate fear. People are afraid of change when they have a scarcity mindset. They are selfish. People don't share information, don't share resources, because they're always thinking what? The pie is reducing or shrinking. The resources are not enough. So you'll find yourself, you're hoarding things. You're not a person who is a cheerful giver. And then last but not least, you'll become a person who is always thinking small and avoiding risk. So the best one is having an abundance mindset. The other mindset at the core of resourcefulness is the growth mindset. And I'm going to provide you, I think the person who coined the growth mindset versus fixed mindset is Carol Dweck, great author. You should read her books. So to be resourceful requires you to improve yourself, develop who you are, expand your skills, improve your attitude. And this is not possible if you don't have a growth mindset. And therefore, I'd like to provide you with this table here, and I can share this table with you. Maybe you can get it at the description below. So growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Growth mindset is the mindset that always thinking. Intelligence is something that you can learn. You can always grow. Well, the opposite, fixed mindset, is the mindset that always think, okay, you know what? This is who I am. I will never change. I cannot improve myself. When you have a growth mindset, you will always embrace challenges. And the opposite, when you have a fixed mindset, you'll always avoid challenges. When you have a growth mindset, you'll be a person who persists despite obstacles. But when you have a fixed mindset, you'll always give up easily when faced with minimal obstacles. When you have a growth mindset, you will see effort as a path to mastery. But if you don't have a growth mindset and you have a fixed mindset, you will not value effort. You'll always feel lazy, that's the truth, because you don't believe that you can grow and improve yourself. If you have a growth mindset, you will learn from criticism. But if you have a fixed mindset, then you'll find that you're ignoring useful feedback that people are giving you. Last but not least, if you have a growth mindset, you will find that you're inspired by other people's successes. But the opposite, if you have a fixed mindset, you'll be threatened, you'll be intimidated by other people's successes. So if you're going to become resourceful, I would like you to possess a growth mindset. Cultivate that mindset in you. Start believing that you can do it. You can become a person who improve yourself. You improve yourself and get better over time. Last but not least, in the mindsets, you have to have a creative mindset. Creativity is the mother of invention. If you're going to come up with a solution, you have to be a person who's creative. For me, I've learned that creativity comes from learning from other people, reading good books, allowing yourself to experience new experiences. So resourcefulness is about inventing ways to serve others. And creativity allows you, or creative mindsets allows you to find ways and to bring value to the table. If you are a person who's creative, then you'll find that you'll be the person who is always bringing value to the table. You're always thinking outside the box. You're not enclosed in this small box where you're only focusing on the problem, but you can come up with multiple solutions and bring them to the table, and you'll never be running out of ideas because you are creative. You don't get frozen. You don't freeze when faced with obstacles, because you know what? You can be able to create your ways. You can become a person who's more creative. And last but not least, if you're a person who is creative, you become a person who is confident. If you're sitting on the table with other leaders, if you are in a meeting with other community leaders or organizers, then you'll find that you'll be that person who is more confident compared to the average person in the room. Because why? You have creative mindset. So again, the mindsets are what? Abundance mindset, growth mindset, and creative mindset. Now, the second important thing when it comes to becoming a person who is resourceful, you have to become a person who is proactive. Proactive. I would like you to think about a time that you had maybe a problem, a big challenge that you require people to help you. If you remember that time, I can tell you who you remember most. The person who you remember most is not the person maybe who gave you the most, but the person who showed up first. The moment you show up first with the solution, the moment you raise your hand up and say, you know what, I have a solution to this problem. Because you have developed creativity, you have the abundance mindset, you have a growth mindset, and you know you're the person who brings the resources to the table, then you will be the person who's always standing out. Your idea might not be the best one in the table, but you're the one who was proactive about coming to a solution. Because what happens, when you bring the solution to the table, people can always improve on. But remember, you will be the person who's always standing out. Like that person who helped you when you're in a problem or in a situation that you needed help, you'll always remember them because they came up fast. You'll always be remembered when you are proactive. So how do you become proactive? Number one, I believe you become proactive by every day anticipating to make a positive difference. Every day you wake up, every day you're walking on here on earth, every day you go to work, anticipate to make a positive impact in people's life. Number two, always be prepared to add value at a moment's notice. How do you get to that place when you're always ready? By remembering, I'm a person who can be able to grow and develop myself. You've invested in yourself. You've read from good books. You're always thinking, how can I become better? You always have an abundance mindset. So when you see a problem, you don't allow scarcity mindset to hold you back. And you become that person who's always going to be ready to give help or to offer help at a moment's notice. And then you have to look for opportunities to personally serve others. You are the best gift people can receive. So, how do you become a person who is always proactive? By always anticipating to make a difference. always being ready and prepared, and always looking for opportunities to serve others personally. So let us recap. How do you become a person who's attractive in the marketplace? How do you become a person who's attractive in ministry? How do you become a person who's attractive in the society, on the social groups that you find yourself in? By serving others. When you serve others, you are the person who's adding value, you become more valuable, and you become more attractive. You must possess the three mindsets that we said today: abundance mindset, growth mindset, and a creative mindset. And you have to become a person who is always proactive. So I hope this will make you a person who is very attractive, and you'll always stand out to employees or to employers. You'll always stand out amongst your fellow workers. You'll always be that person who's bringing value to the table. And I believe success will be yours because you'll be having that key of serving others and becoming a person who's attractive. So I'm going to ask you one more favor. Share this video, share this recording so that people can be able to benefit from it. And maybe this is one way to become more attractive because you're bringing value to the other people. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And I look forward to adding more value to you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.